This event has 1 in 10 shiny odds and 1 in 2,160 shundo odds. And for today, we're going to talk about the best tips to take advantage of this event and give yourself the best chance to hatch a shundo or a shiny. Let's get into it. In which Tyrogue will be hatching from every single 2-kilometer egg you collect during the event. Yes, this means any of your old 2-kilometer eggs going into the event will not hatch into Tyrogues. You need to get new 2Ks during the time slot. We'll also have the bonus of 2 times hatch candy during the event. Now do note as well, Tyrogue shiny rate will be 1 in 10 during the event. And if you hatch the egg after the event, the shiny rate stays the same. Now we'll have an extended bonus going around this event, specifically from Friday, April 4th, 10 a.m. to Sunday, April 6th, 5 p.m. So depending on when you're watching this video, it might already be active, of half egg incubator distance. So leading up to the hatch day, you can have even less incubator distance. We'll also have the event field research task during the day. Most likely explore 1 kilometer and hatch an egg, which can get you Stardust and XP. There'll be a free timed research you can go ahead and complete during the event. That can get you a super egg incubator, and of course a paid $2 ticketed timed research. Now you do have to complete this during the event or it'll expire, so make sure you do that. And you can buy this timed research through the Tyrogue Hatch Day Ultra Box on the Pokemon Go web store. This will give you 2 rare candies for free. So if you're going to buy it, you might as well buy it through the web store. You'll get 2 rare candies for free. If you buy this ticket, you will get the bonus of 2 times hatch Stardust, as well as a timed research, which will get you 1 star piece, 1 super incubator, 2,500 XP. And remember, you have to finish this research before 5 p.m. Additionally, there is a new reward points system in Pokemon Go. So every time you buy something in the in-game shop or the web store, you can earn points towards unlocking premium items for free. Technically not free because you got to buy them, but if you decide to buy stuff, then it can get you that. There's going to be a event bundle as well, costing 925 Pokecoins. They get you 5 egg incubators, 5 super incubators, 2 lucky eggs. Will save you about 51% Pokecoins, so not bad to grab. Okay, let's talk about Tyrogue. Is this hatch day even worth playing in terms of meta relevance? Well, Tyrogue is the pre-evolution of Hitmonlee, Hitmonchan, and Hitmontop. And similar to the main series games, Tyrogue will evolve into one of these Pokemon depending on what its highest stat is. So it'll evolve into Hitmonlee if you have the highest attack IV, Hitmonchan if you have the highest defense IV, and Hitmontop if your stamina IV is the highest. The game will also tell you what it could potentially evolve into based on your stats. If you have 2 of the same stats, the evolution will be randomized. So for example, a Hundo, when you evolve it, it will be random completely into which one it can evolve into because all the stats are the same. Tyrogue is a baby Pokemon as well, so the only way to get it in your Pokedex is through hatching it. And currently Tyrogue is not in the season egg, so this is a great Pokemon to get if you don't have it for your dex. Unfortunately, in terms of meta relevance, Hitmonlee, Hitmonchan, or Hitmontop, not very meta, especially because Counter was nerfed. But if Counter does ever get re-nerfed, we could see these Pokemon come back. But overall, right now, these Pokemon don't have much use. Do note, however, if you do plan on evolving them and double moving them, it's actually cheaper to double move a baby Pokemon before you evolve it. So if you want to have a, double moved Hitmonchan, for example, double move it before you evolve it. It's going to be cheaper on Stardust and Candy. Now, this is a hatch day, but you don't actually need to go after the 2-kilometer eggs if you don't want to. There's other ways to play this event, and that's with the 12-kilometer egg strat. A strategy the Trainer Club is known for, but it requires you to collect 12-kilometer eggs from Team Go Rocket leaders. With half egg incubator distance, these are going to be 6-kilometer eggs to hatch these, and if you have super incubators, it's going to be even less, 4 kilometers. The strategy is mainly to get Stardust gains, so it's very or better if you go ahead and buy the ticket that gets you 2 times hatch Stardust during the event. Let me explain. Hatching 12-kilometer eggs can get you about 100,000 Stardust, and with 2 times hatch Stardust, that's almost 200,000 Stardust. And this can all be multiplied on a star piece. So if you go ahead and stock up 12-kilometer eggs, use the half egg incubator distance, go ahead and hatch them, activate a star piece, you can get a loads of amount of Stardust. Of course, this strategy does require a lot of planning, so it's good to start prepping that now, but that's an option. In terms of 12-kilometer eggs, you can hatch right now Larvitar, Sandile, Ponyard, Vullaby, Pancham, Salandit, Trudel, and Varoom. So a couple good Pokemon in there. You can also hatch 7-kilometer eggs or Mateo's eggs. By opening gifts, you can collect 7-kilometer eggs. And during this event, they're going to be 3.5 kilometers to hatch. From 7-kilometer eggs, you can hatch Alolan Meowth, Galarian Meowth, Alolan Grimer, Hisuian Voltorb, Hisuian Quillfish, Galarian Corsola, and Galarian Darumaka. So good to go ahead and hunt those if you don't want to go after the 2Ks. Also, if you complete a route at the end and exchange a gift with Mateo, you'll get a special 7-kilometer egg. You can only collect one of these eggs per day, but these exclusive Mateo 7-kilometer eggs can hatch you Alolan Vulpix, Hisuian Growlithe, Hisuian Sneasel, Galarian Corsola, White Stripe Basculin, the only way to get that Pokemon currently in Pokemon Go, and Ponyard. Highly recommended to collect a daily Mateo egg every single day because these are hard eggs to get. If you want to go ahead and stock up 9 of them, it's going to take you 9 days. So you can't really do it for this event, but it is another egg you can go ahead and take advantage of. Now, if you want to hatch a lot of eggs, of course, it requires you to use incubators, but you only get 1 free one. So how do we grind free incubators in Pokemon Go? Well, the number 1 way to grind is going to be entering showcases. If you win a showcase or place in the top 3, you can receive free premium items, and sometimes that's an egg incubator or even a super egg incubator. During the season, showcases happen from Monday to Tuesday and Saturday to Sunday. So go ahead and try to win as many showcases as you can, or place in the top 3 to get these egg incubators. You also need to win 100 showcases to get the platinum medal and get your encounter with PhD Pikachu, so another good opportunity to grind that. But there's another way to take advantage of better egg hatching during this event, and that's with joining a community ambassador meetup. Through Campfire, you can find these community ambassador meetups, and if it has the reward icon in the top corner, you can get some special things. By attending this meetup, it'll most likely say Tyrogue Community Day or Tyrogue Hatch Day. When you check into the meetup, you'll get a free timed research, and that timed research will last 8 hours. The task for the timed research will be explore 2 kilometers while in a party for 1500 Stardust, hatch 3 eggs for 5000 XP, spin 20 Pokestops while in a party for 10 raspberries, and that will get you a super egg incubator. That is a free incubator. But the best bonus is actually when you're in a party and you're checked in a community ambassador meetup, you're gonna get 25% less egg incubator distance, and this does stack. So during this event, 2 kilometer eggs are only gonna take 0.75 kilometers to hatch. It is so vital to attend a community ambassador meetup for Tyrogue Hatch Day, check in, join a party, and then get less egg incubator distance. It's gonna make it so much more efficient hatching eggs, and you're gonna get so many more hatches and so many more chances as a Shundo. Now you need 35 platinum medals to go from level 48 to 49 in Pokemon Go. Which ones can we work on during this event? Of course, breeder medal, hatching eggs. This is actually one of the best events to work on this because you can churn through eggs so quickly. And also, if you're going to be spinning stops to collect eggs, the backpacker medal, visit 50,000 Pokestops. And I guess also the jogger medal because you'll be walking. Going back though, the life of the party medal, complete 200 party challenges. Highly recommend to join parties. Just as I mentioned, you get less egg incubator distance, especially if you go to a community ambassador meetup, which can work on your community member medal. Check into the meetups and that will work on this medal. Finally, if you decide to hatch 7 kilometer eggs, and you go ahead and trade those Pokemon away, those Pokemon are going to be native from where you got that 7 kilometer egg. So if your friend from Paris sends you a 7 kilometer egg, you can trade that with a locally caught Pokemon, stack up a bunch of kilometers towards your pilot medal. Really good strategy to use. Now remember to also download all assets in the advanced section of your settings. This will download all assets to your phone. So when you're playing the game is going to be a lot smoother because it's pulling assets off your phone and not the internet. Also, you can go ahead and activate native refresh rate, which will use your phone's native refresh rate, making for a much smoother gameplay experience. Now, while you're opening gifts for 7 kilometer eggs, make sure you pin and unpin your gifts. This will work on your Pavilion medal and can lead you to encounters with Scatterbug, which can be shiny. Scatterbug, a very rare shiny Pokemon, especially useful to have multiples of, especially to trade at GoFest this summer. Finally, if you're going to be walking a lot during the event, here's a couple evolutions you can go ahead and do. Eevee into Espeon, you need to make it your buddy and walk 10 kilometers and evolve it during the daytime. Eevee into Umbreon, make it your buddy, walk 10 kilometers and evolve it during the nighttime. Hisuian Sneasel into Sneasler, walk 7 kilometers with it as your buddy. Phoebus into Milotic requires you to walk 20 kilometers with it as your buddy. Woobat into Swoobat requires you to walk 1 kilometer with it as your buddy. And Palmo into Palmot requires you to make it your buddy, walk 25 kilometers. So make those Pokemon your buddies, especially you're going to be walking a lot during this event. Watch the other 2 videos on screen. If you enjoyed this one, you will enjoy those ones as well. Good luck during the hatch day and follow up our tips. Peace.